Welcome to my channel. Today we are exploring ancient Palestine. Let's begin our journey in the time of the Canaanites. The earliest settlements in the region date back to around 3000 BCE. They were a group of people who spoke a Canaanite language and worshipped a variety of gods and goddesses. Their culture was vibrant and they developed some of the first cities in the region, including Jerusalem, Jericho, and Gaza. The Canaanites excelled in crafts such as metalwork and ceramics, and their influence can still be seen in the art and architecture of the region today. In the 6th century BC, the Babylonians conquered the southern kingdom of Judah and took many of its people into exile as well. During this time, the first temple was destroyed, but it was later rebuilt. Over the centuries, the region was ruled by the Persians, Greeks, and Romans. But despite the many changes in leadership, the people of this land never gave up their cultural and religious traditions. They continued to worship Yahweh and tell stories about their ancestors and their history. They also had extensive trade connections with Egypt and Mesopotamia, which brought great wealth to their cities. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and join me next time as we continue to explore the rich history of this fascinating region. Until then, stay curious and keep learning. But it wasn't just the Canaanites who called this land home. The Bible tells the story of Abraham and his journey to Canaan, where he is said to have lived in a tent and worshipped the one true God. His descendants, the Israelites, eventually left Canaan and journeyed to Egypt, where they lived for many years before being enslaved. According to the biblical account, Moses led the Israelites out of Egypt in the Exodus, after which they wandered in the desert for 40 years before conquering Canaan and establishing their kingdom there. But their arrival in Canaan was not without tension. The Israelites were not the only people living there. There were already a number of other tribes, including the Canaanites, the Philistines, and the Moabites, and so the Israelites had to fight many battles to conquer the land. Despite this, the Israelites and these other tribes often lived side by side and intermingled with each other. The Philistines arrived in the region during the Late Bronze Age and are known to have lived in the coastal plain of Canaan. They were a group of seafaring people known for their iron weapons and their maritime power. The Philistines were often in conflict with the Israelites, and the story of David and Goliath is one of the most famous tales from this period. In the 10th century BCE, the Israelites established the United Monarchy with its capital in Jerusalem. The kingdom was ruled by a series of kings, including Saul, who was the first king of Israel, followed by David and Solomon. It was during Solomon's reign that the first temple was built in Jerusalem, which became the center of Israelite religion. In the 8th century BC, the northern kingdom of Israel was destroyed by the Assyrians, and many of its people were taken into exile. Thank you for joining me on this journey through ancient Palestine.